We're having a fantastic year at Glad Tidings Church as we are memorizing a verse of Scripture every week in the year 2019. And that's why it's Word 52. And today is week 15. And our passage of Scripture comes from Romans chapter 1 and verse 17, where the writer says, "For in the gospel a righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last. Just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith." Come with me just for a few moments to the year 1992. I was just a young man, but I was in the Peach Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia, for a tremendous football game between North Carolina State and East Carolina University. It was going to be a big rivalry. NC State was up in the fourth quarter by several touchdowns. Their defense was awesome. But all of a sudden, I noticed that they switched their defense to something called the prevent defense. But it did everything but prevent touchdowns. East Carolina came back and won that game. My question was this: they started out doing very well, but they switched in the mainstream of things and went to something different. I think you get the point of this verse of Scripture today, because Paul talked to a church and he said, you started out the right way, but you wound up doing something totally different. Our verse today says that the gospel is a gospel of righteousness. The good news is that it is God's righteousness that changes us. It's not our works that change us. It's God's work within us. So therefore, if we start with faith in Jesus, we've got to continue with faith in Jesus. We can't start by faith, then have a few works here, works at the end, and somehow finish it off by ourselves. No, it's faith to faith, from first to last. It's His righteousness. That's the good news of the gospel. He does the work. We yield to Him. So therefore, the Bible is very clear that it says that the gospel is a gospel of righteousness, where God has told us that it is by faith from first to last. Just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith. The song says, it's grace that has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. It's the same way with faith. We start in faith, we end in faith, we live a life from faith. So Romans 1:17 says the gospel of God is the righteousness of God revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last. Just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith. So live by faith. Live trusting in Him. He'll take you through. That's our verse on Word 52. I hope you have an awesome week. May God bless you.